only 8% of people actually achieve their New Year's resolutions. That means 92% of people fail, and about 62% of people actually give up within the month of January. You know, when I found out about the stat, I was like, damn, this is alarming. Many people want to change who they are, but they can't actually complete their goals. They end up quitting within the first month, and it's truly like disheartening. So many people have goals of quitting to smoke, stop drinking, stop drugs, exercising more, becoming more healthy, spending more time with friends and family, making more money, getting out of debt, going to school, college, whatever it is. But I think a big thing is that many people have so many goals. They focus on doing way too many things all at once, and it becomes way too overwhelming. And so they decide to just say, fuck it, let me give up. I can't do this. You have to focus on one or two things at once. You must create your identity that you want to become and align your habits to that identity. So for example, let's say you want to become the best basketball player. That means you have to get up early, shoot some hoops, at the gym. Make sure you hit the weight room as well. Get enough sleep, get enough water, get enough nutrients within your body. And you have to do everything else that goes within becoming that best basketball player. But your habits must align with that identity. You can't just say, oh, I'm the best basketball player, and then spend your whole days just drinking and smoking and wasting your time. You're not going to create that new you who you want to become. And let's say for me, for instance, right, I have this identity that I have 100,000 subscribers, right? I already believe it. It's mine. So I have to create the videos as if I have it. I have to move and feel as if I already have it, and do the habits aligned with that specific, identity. Because if you don't do that, then you're not going to become the identity that you want to be, and the old self will dissolve to create the new version of who you are. I think this is the biggest thing people struggle with. It's like a smoker who's trying not to smoke. It's better for you to tell yourself that you're not a smoker than to tell yourself that I'm trying not to smoke. That's literally that was my identity before. I told myself I'm not a smoker. And sure, at first it'll be that resistance with the old self, but eventually over time, you start to align it with who you are. You're like, I'm not a smoker. It's not something that bothers me. I could be around other people who smoke, and I don't have this urge within me to smoke as well. It's not who I am, and it's not who I'm going to be. So it's establishing the identity that you have for yourself. You can write it down. If you want to have a picture of it on a vision board, whatever the fuck it is for you, bro, it's going to help you actually establish that identity for yourself. That is what you have to have. A true new identity for who you want to become, who you want to align yourself with. I don't care what the fuck it is. If you want to be an athlete, an artist, a doctor, a lawyer, whatever it is, but you must establish that identity. It's also important to remove people who are no longer serving you whatsoever. And if you're questioning certain people in your life, then it's probably time for them to go. You've probably heard the term crabs in a bucket, right? Where there's a crab that's trying to get out the bucket and trying to become free, but the other crabs keep pulling it down, and they try to get themselves out the bucket as well, right? And it's just it's a cycle that continues to happen. It's kind of similar to if you're always around, certain people that are not good for you, you're going to become just like them, and you're going to be stuck where you are. And just by being with those people, they kind of try to trap you in that identity that you have, or that you were, your old identity. And it can be quite challenging to get out of that, right? So whether you have to leave literally your hometown or wherever you are, or cut those people off, find new people, whatever it is, but you need to cut certain people out. They're no longer helpful for you. They're no longer serving you in a positive way. I mean, it's quite hard, when there's certain people that you were good friends with and everything, but it can be hard when you're good friends with certain people that are good for you, that were good for you, and then it's not good anymore, and that can be challenging. But you have to put yourself first for a little bit, because if you can put yourself first and change who you are, then you have the opportunity to actually inspire other people. But in the process of you changing who you are, you can't be around people who are not doing you any good. To reinvent yourself, or to glow up as well, you must remove cheap dopamine. This is just the bread and butter of everybody's life. Then you know this, right? You have to remove the porn, the video games, the drugs, alcohol, whatever it is, the junk food, all of that has to go. I really believe that removing the cheap dopamine and removing all these bad habits have the highest ROI in anybody's life, right? They have the highest ROI. By having these old destructive habits that were part of who you were before, it's gonna kind of make you resist who you are trying to become. You can't bring that old shit into your new self. It's quite difficult to, become the version of you with all that baggage. You need to let go of the baggage and become free. So introducing newer, real things that will actually help you, right? Getting better sleep, reading, journaling, writing, walking in nature, exercising, eating healthy organic food, food, making sure that you get a good amount of protein and carbs and fats within your diet, talking with your friends and your family. These are just 101s, but there's something that are like overlooked now. These are the easy things that should be done every damn day. You know, taking care of your hygiene. All these little things that seem so overlooked, but they're so important to who you are becoming, right? So removing those cheap dopamines and actually instilling newer habits that are good for you. And make sure that they align with who your new identity is, right? You can become whoever the fuck you want to become. You can be. I understand that it can be difficult to truly always stay aligned with who you are. And will you slip up? Sure, maybe you'll slip up. But it's about understanding that no matter what, you'll never give up. And it's always hard to be a person that will give up in this world, because if you don't give up, you truly stay aligned with who you want to become, the world has to follow. It has no choice but to follow. And lastly, you must forgive yourself. It's important to forgive who you were and to actually take lessons from who you were before, because whatever happened to you before is helping you become who you are now. And if it never happened, who knows? You may not be who you are right now. You may not be striving to become better in your life. And you'll always, change your perspective on the old past self. Don't harbor it with hatred and guilt and sorrow. No, it was a beautiful thing that helped you in your life. You should treat yourself with some more kindness, because you were kind and understanding towards other people's past. So it's also your turn to be kind and understanding towards your own past. You can become whoever you want to be. You can create that character, create that person that you want to be. It doesn't matter if this is, I'm probably going to title this How to Reinvent Yourself or How to Glow Up in 2024, whatever it is, right? But it don't matter if it's December 2023 or if it's June 2024, May 2020, whenever you're watching this, it's time to take action now. All right, don't wait for the new years to start taking action. Take action right now, and create who you want to become. All on you. Please make sure that you subscribe for some more content. Share this video with friends in need. Check all the links down in the description. And last but not least, never waver from the path.